day to also recognize that you're alive, but some people did pass on in the last 24 hours. It's not to scare you, it's just to push you towards gratitude. Gratitude is everything. Everything. Gratitude is a prayer. Gratitude is thanks. Gratitude can be you. Gratitude to man and to God overhead can open up doors you never imagined. Gratitude is everything. Welcome to the show today. I'm Femi D. Amelem. You're listening to Morning Crossfire right here on Nigeria Info. Well, let's keep up with all the stories and the news that has happened in the last 24 hours. It's a privilege to bring you the headlines and also to discuss it all out with you right here this very morning. Welcome once again. Let's break down the headlines.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I'm ready. Let's take on the biggest debates on radio, provide insights, experience, and build an unforgettable discussion together. I am Femi D. Amele.
All right there. Welcome to the show this very morning. Of course, the reasons to acknowledge the passing on of Gali Nahaba, known many former speaker at some point in time. There's so much to even reflect on his death. Also, to the former and now late Ondo State Governor, Ogbeni Akeredolu as well. He did pass on yesterday. Quite a number of people are mourning his exit as well. For the former governor, he's been sick for a while, and pretty much as we would have it, he has moved on to join his fathers at this point in time. All right, well, some of the stories in the headlines are similar to those two major people who moved away from the world in the last 24 hours. Let's take a look at some of them. Our review for today will cover the likes of This Day, Leadership, The Guardian, Daily Post, and what am I missing on Vanguard for today. Do remember the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info are only informing you of the headlines for today, the 20th day of December, 2023.
This is Morning Crossfire.
From Vanguard now, tears as former Speaker Nahaba, 65, dies buried in Kano. Nahaba, his life, times, politics. Plateau, death toll hits 195. Hundreds of houses razed. Also of interest, Naira falls to 1,230 Naira to a US dollar in parallel market. Your funds are safe in banks, CBN assures depositors. Nigeria's time of trade records fourth consecutive quarterly decline. Police return over 80 million Naira and other items allegedly extorted by Rivers Command to rights activists. Jonathan mourns late Ondo Governor Akeredolu. 8-year tenure policy, INEC retires 4 directors. Secure lives of NYC members or scrap the program. There's a story about that. Matawale decorates newly promoted rear admirals. Other stories, as you have them, Ize Yamu declares for Ondo Guba, says 2020 sabotaged by APC governors. Abdurrahman Makinde pay condolence visits to Akeredolu's family. Where lawyer even in death, Akeredolu's CPS and aide resign. I will complete Akeredolu's projects. Governor Ayedatiwa speaks about this. Akeredolu, I'm shaken by the death of my counterpart, says Adeleke. Other stories, as you find in Vanguard, other motorists refuse to help. Kidnapped victims lament ordeal. How we kidnap children, sell them in Benin Republic. Suspect tells police. 30 die in Rivers illegal oil tapping point explosion. Electricity, 7.1 million customers on estimated billing. All right, well, those are some of the stories. Okay, there's also South African music legend Mbogeni Ngeme dies in car crash. All right. Fire guts Nollywood actress Bidemi Kusoko's house. It was rigged. Charles Okocha seeks rematch after losing boxing fight to Portable. All right, well, these are some stories here and there as we find in the Vanguard for today. Let's move on to the leadership for today now. Union Bank acquisition. Titan Bank officials reply CBN investigator. Tinubu, governors, Buhari orders Mon Akeredolu and Nahaba. 17 years after, uncertainty trails conduct of national census. Equity investors lose 140 billion in bearish trading. Euro Money names Zenith Bank best for digital solutions. Akeredolu, a dogged fighter of his time, Ondo speaker. Mischief makers peddling rumor of discord between me and SGF, says Elia. That's Governor Elia now. Niger government distance self from ban on alcohol. JAMB hikes UTME fees for 2024, releases DE application schedule. Other stories, Aiyedatiwa gives first speech as Ondo governor, vows to build on Akeredolu's legacy. Aiyedatiwa takes oath as Ondo's new governor. NBA, CAN, Ondo Indigenes, political figures, orders mourn and pay tribute to Akeredolu. Keep hope alive, Senator Umahi or charges Nigerians. Senator Umahi, rather. Okay, let's see. Other stories from the likes of leadership for today. You'll also find renowned parasite star Lee Sung-kyun found dead in South Korea. All right, well, these are some of the stories here, there, as you have it from leadership. Now to the guidance for today. Building collapse. BCPG 6 action over substandard construction. Port operations may experience tougher times in 2024, says Maritime. You also find sunset for Akeredolu, new dawn for Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Federal government assures justice for victims of Plateau attacks. OK's immediate succor. Rivers elders write Tinubu Fubara on illegality of peace pact. FCCPC slams 110 million US dollars fine on BAT for violation. Tinubu seeks counsel, monarchs, and support for development. Umba signs 521.5 billion naira budget into law, least expected gains. Keep it up with other stories as well. Today, INEC asks 4 directors to proceed on retirement. Tinubu Akpabio to attend PISE, that's PISEP unveiling and Deputy Speaker's reception in Abia State. NSCDC licenses 93 private security companies. Izeyamo predicts Edo 2024 victory, blames 2020 defeat on saboteurs. All right, well, these are stories here and there as you find them for today from leadership. Okay. I'm looking at the Guardian now. Okay, that was me reading the Guardian rather. Now to Daily Post. Plateau massacre. Tinubu orders bold and decisive actions against bandits and terrorists. Aiyedatiwa sworn in Ondo as Ondo governor. Akeredolu, Nigerian governors who died while in office. Akeredolu died of protracted prostate cancer in Germany, says Ondo government. Other stories, new governor of Ondo State declares 3-day mourning period. Governor Namadi reacts to death of Governor Akeredolu Angali Nahaba. IGP orders investigation into attack on Plateau communities. Wike vs. Fubara, presidential peace proclamation, a death sentence insensitive. Rivers elders speak about this. In Kobe, Cuba now, Ajaka did not withdraw case against Ododo from tribunal, says SDP. Rivers Peace Accord, how Tinubu ended Wike's dreams of becoming Jagaban. Akwai Ibom, I'm always chasing Udom Emmanuel for advice, Governor Eno. Benue now, Governor Elia clears air on reported rifts with SGF Akume. APC rages alarm over alleged plans by Kano government to spend 8 billion naira LG's fund. Rerun election, Ebonyi APC zones senatorial seats to Oniocha local government. And then Maduke was not supposed to take penalty against Crystal Palace. Pochettino speaks about this. Why we lost 3-1 to Man City. Everton manager speaks about this. Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot to mention that result. Everton 1, Manchester City 3, Chelsea 2, Crystal Palace 1. And then your Man U against, the Man U against Aston Villa was on 26th, okay? Yesterday was Brentford against Wolves. That ended 4-1 as well. I think later on today it's going to be Brighton against Tottenham, and then Arsenal against West Ham United would also have their game today. All right, away from that, now to this day, to round off the papers now. Ayed Atiwa, this morning as the governor, Nigerians mourn Akeredolu and Nahaba. Shetima condoles with Plateau communities, maintains nation won't rest until they get justice. Ex-minister denies complicity in alleged 37 billion naira fraud in humanitarian ministry. That's the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs responding to allegation of fraud. Other stories, no peace in presidential intervention, says Rivers elders. You also find Consumer Rights Commission slams $110 million fine on British American tobacco companies. That's what BAT means, by the way, for those who thought it was Bola Ahmed Tinubu that they did fine. It is the British American tobacco. Tinubu, economy undergoing re-engineering for prosperity of all. Umba signs 521.5 billion naira Enugu 2024 budget into law, least expected gains. All right, stock market down by 140 billion on profits taken in Dangote Cement and 20 others. All right, well, there we go. As Fubara gets short end of the stick, Akume, interpret politician and adept stabilizer. Well, those are stories you can read up more about as you find them from This Day, Daily Post, The Guardian, Leadership, and Vanguard newspaper for today. Do remember the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info have only informed you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
We're streaming live right now on Facebook and on YouTube, so feel free to join in. Drop your comments there. I'd like to read through what you're writing and also for you to interact with other people on those very platforms. We're growing on those communities. Remember to subscribe, especially on YouTube. There are things that you can only win on those platforms. So give it a try. Subscribe today to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info Abuja. There you have it. You get the best of it all there on that very platform. As we take on your course, we ask of you to follow through with our editorial guide. Your course needs to be devoid of hateful speech, lies, fake news, and abuses. We ask of you to be truthful and factual as you share with us on Nigeria Info. We plead with you to keep your emotions in check this very morning as well.
This is Morning Crossfire.
The numbers remain 0700-951-0000. Okay, that's 0700-951-0000. You can also join in on 08095974869. And yes, also on WhatsApp through messaging or calls You can take your messaging closer to us, or get it closer to us rather, on 080-999. That's 999-30137. Going to the phone lines now. Good morning to you and welcome to the show. I am doing fine, but barely can hear you. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Femi, Amalie, how are you? How are loved ones, your lovely family?
They're doing good.
Bless you.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Abokar, calling you from Gwagwalada. I greet Donatus, I greet Obedient Moses, Nwachuku, and all listeners and contributors. May God bless the souls of Governor, the late Governor Akere Delu. Is a human rights activist, a senior son, a political. He have gone through a lot of political struggle. A dogged fighter before he became the governor. And I believe he made his mark in politics and in governor. The same thing to Galina Abba. May God bless his souls too. May God condole all their families. They are all made their marks in politics. They have made a great legacy. It's unfortunate. And to people of the issue of Plateau massacre, it should not be condolence or paying visit on spot assessment. Please, all our security apparatus they should upgrade their capacity to respond to emergency throughout the federation. That is my take this morning. God bless you.
All right. God bless you too. Thanks for your contribution. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning, Femi. Nothing breaks the news like the news.
Oh, yes, and I can prove it. Welcome, dear friend.
Good morning to the listeners and callers of this great radio station. My name is Salasi, calling right now from Kaduna.
All right, Salasi. Good to have you on.
I want to talk about the killings in Plateau. First of all, my heart goes to the family of Akere Delu and the family of Umar Kali Abba. They told in Plateau to 195. Just in a night. 195. Now, we are not even, we can't even ascertain it because they are still searching. Maybe there are some people that ran into the bush and we are still, and still up there and they haven't even recovered their body. Now, these people must be brought to book. You could imagine almost 200 people in a night. They will come and lay this massacre and disappear without getting any single person arrested. Government must do the needful. The perpetrator must be brought to book. We don't want to be hearing of this condemning. This thing has been reoccurring almost every time, most especially in this artist. And they will come and lay this carnage and run away without getting them arrested. We want to see this government. We want to see the action investing in what happened.
All right.
What happened this morning?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your view. Good morning to you.
Yeah, doctor. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning to you.
It's about Finja from Amali.
Welcome.
Abubakar, good morning. The other callers, good morning. Nigerian for Abuja, good morning. Doctor, good morning once more again.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Akere Delu has gone. Eyadi Tiwa has gone. So the leaders, all of us, will be thinking what the next action. Why? Because if you don't think that death is real, maybe you'll be out of the office. But in your community, in your country, what have you done? When the leadership was there on those states, everybody, some people take it as if they want to do it for the deputy governor, or they don't want to do it for the deputy governor. At the end, today, the deputy governor becomes the Oga. Oga, as he becomes today, please, don't forget your people. Your people are the first assignment. Like we usually listen to American first. Whether Joe Biden or Donald Trump or Bill Clinton or Barack Obama
Okay.
who said American first.
All right.
What about your community?
Thank you, Mali.
Like
Thank
my
you.
people
Thank
that
you.
we are here.
Thank you.
They are not doing for their community.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, World Class Dr. Femi de MLA. Good morning, Nigeria Info Family Worldwide. The moment World Class Dr. Femi de read the scoreline I know Man City have won, even though I did not watch much yesterday. Any day, World Class to Femi mentioned that Crystal Palace won. Just know that Man City have won their game.
I'm sending MPPC after you.
World Class to Femi MLA, rest in peace to all the departed men, Gali Umar Naba and the late Olua Rotimi Akeredolu. This is what I have been saying for the past few weeks, if you remember. I said that the State House of Assembly, they wanted to impeach the then deputy governor. I said this, if you can recall, that there is nobody who can stop what God has decreed. There's nobody who can stop what God has ordained. If God has decreed that our editor will be the governor, he will be the governor. We should stop daring God. We should stop standing on the way of God. Loyalty should be to the state, not to an individual. Those that resign are just hypocrites. If you are loyal to the state lasts forever. Individual will come and go. The latest individual can stay is either 4 or 8 years. But if you are loyal to the state, it's forever. That is how. That's why we're having problem in Africa. How will I be loyal to the president? I should be loyal to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If I'm loyal to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, if the president tell me to do anything unconstitutional, I will not do it.
Okay.
If you are loyal to your state, that's how it's supposed to be. We should not be loyal to individual. We be loyal to our state.
Thank you
for the wonderful opportunity. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you as well. Mwazu John Lasisi from Buhari says, good morning, FMD. Onyeka Asoya says, may the souls of the former governor and the former speaker of the House of Representatives rest in peace. Amen. That's St. Jude now. Dr. Mrs. Olebara from Muri says, 195 killed and over 10,000 displaced in Plateau. These are human beings that are sent to their untimely death in most gruesome manner are not found. Chai, life is no longer sacred and precious, and blood of not costly again. A government that cannot live up to its basic responsibilities of protecting lives and property is a colossal failure. May God grant the dead eternal rest and give us the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Calvin Rejoice Olufemi says, Dr. Femdi, that's what he writes. Just much of the greeting he has extended this very morning as well. All right, room for just the last call before the break. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Charles speaking from Wisconsin.
All right, welcome, Charles.
On a Plateau massacre, I want the people in power to answer us. These same soldiers that were quickly to be mobilized in Toge, how come they were not on ground? And also being able to even come to the rescue of this over seven community we are gone down. My brother, how they respect. When these things are being discussed and international communities are watching,
okay.
How do they rescue us?
All right, we need to go on a break, so I'm going to have to say, let's leave it at that.
On the other hand, I also want to...
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, grateful to you. Stay with us right here on Nigeria Info 95.1. After the break, we'll talk even more. Let's talk.
This is Nigeria Info.